Hello, this is Scott. Welcome back to my YouTube channel where I cover a variety of different data science and analytics topics, open discussions to actually software, both commercial and open source. Today we're going to talk about a commercial platform, which is Workbench from a data science workbench from TIBCO. So this, what I wanted to talk about is the citizen data scientist and the ability to limit what the user sees, right? So if I'm a data scientist, I can create a workflow such as the one that I have before you, and I can look at the different, and I can create these objects. These are just drop-down objects. Whenever I go in, I can just drop down nodes. What I'm doing here is essentially building just a simple cart model. Again, the point is the views that you can use as a designer and as a user to enable restricted content, for a business analyst or a citizen data scientist. So if I go in and as a data scientist, if I click on one of these nodes, I can look at the different views. Let me go to view and edit, and then I'm going to look at, first I'm going to look at this. I'm not going to enable the user view. I'm just going to click on the icon itself. This is the default version in Statistica. Whenever you click on the node, you get this type of display, right? So, and I can choose my different options and everything and move forward. However, if I enable user view, and then as a designer, I see every possible specification that is available to illustrate. And then if I want to, I can select certain options here and enable those, right? So you can see that these are clicked, and these are, so this will appear to a user, and then the ones that are blanked out, they will not appear to the user. So these will not be displayed, etc. In fact, let's just go ahead and look at what the user would see. If I go into the user view, then they have a limited subset. If you remember just a second ago, when I opened it up, I had a lot of different options. Here, the user has a very limited set that they can see. And in fact, when a user using a web client to get into Statistica, they can run analysis and reports via a web browser. I'm going to log in to this thin client Jane Doe user, and I'm just going to log in. I may not have the right password. All right, and then this is the thin client. There are a lot of different options here, but really what I want to show you is if this person is going to run an analysis and they're going to run that parameterized view workspace that I was just looking at, they're going to see a very brief subset, and this allows them to see just, you know, what variables that they might want to include in creating the cart model subset, so they can change this to male or female. They can create whatever descriptive statistics that they want, whether they want graphs or not graphs, etc. And then what all they need to do is actually run the analysis itself. Okay, so if I click OK here, then the analysis will start running, and in just a second we should get some output. There it is. And so again, they are there might be certain things like a neural net or whatever they don't want to parameterize, they don't want to see that. And this is a way that this platform can restrict views and limited views of both input and as well as output for a non-data scientist, someone like a business analyst or a citizen data scientist, right? So working together, Data science is definitely a team sport. So hopefully you can join me next time. I hope this was useful.